It's time for the Donna Sports with Don Figarelli from the John DeVita Broadcast Center on the Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network on Wednesday, February the 17th, the year 2016. And now, here he is, Mr. Don Figarelli.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Donna Sports Show, brought to you by my great friends and sponsors, of course, Mugs and Manners, by Dean Staphylopoulos. He owns that beautiful bar and restaurant right there in Addison. 33 great beers. And get this, folks, broasted chicken now. Yes, you can buy broasted chicken in there. It's delicious. Auto Advantage, 855 Lake Street. Go in there, repair your car. The smallest thing to the biggest thing, they can do it. Auto Advantage, 855 Lake Street in Addison. How about Pyramid Sports Bar and Pizza? Man, you want to play pool? 25 pool tables. Get in there, play some. I think on Tuesday, too. I think pool is free on Tuesday. Go in there and see George, Pyramid Sports Bar. Beautiful place. A lot of friendly people. Max Golden Pheasant on near North Avenue and Route 83 on the south side of the street. Max Golden Pheasant. Get a chance, get in there. Delicious food. Go in there and see Steve. Johnny, you ever been there?
No, I haven't been there, Don, but every Tuesday and Thursday when I go to Dr. Wayne Chekowicz's office, I pass right past the place. And one of these days, the steering wheel's going to make a turn and going to go in the parking lot over there.
Yeah, stop in there. You got a lunch special or a nice little bar, Go in there and see Steve. He'll be glad to see you,
In fact, I might just go there tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be by myself. My partner, Oscar, upstairs will be out, so... I just may stop there tomorrow and get something to eat.
Hey, good for you. How about Intren? You see them trucks around?
Oh, my God. The other day I almost pulled up alongside of a truck and asked him how the Rosenmeyers are doing. The guy would probably jump out of his truck if I mentioned that to him.
Right.
How do you know them?
Yeah, right.
But I see them all the time, Don, going up and down Route 12.
Yeah.
Right around Wakanda, Fox Lake. And even up in Lake Geneva, and even now I've seen them up in Elkhorn the last couple weeks.
Well, yeah, they go all over the country, Johnny. And you know what they do too, which is nice about them. Like, remember that bad snowstorm out east a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
They send crews out there to help out.
Yeah.
But
one of these days, I'm going to pull up one side of the truck and going to ask him, "Hey, how are the bosses doing?" And the guy will probably drop his teeth out when I said that. How do you know them?
How do you know? Oh my God, you know my bosses?
Yeah, you better drive good.
Yeah, gee, that would be great if you did that. All right, Johnny, how about the Fox Bowl out in Wheaton, Illinois? If you like to bowl, get out there at Fox Bowl on Butterfield Road. Terrific place to bowl. They're always welcome you. Different deals and things to do there. It's just a great place. Go to Fox Bowl. British Swim School, too, sponsors me now, Johnny. They'll take a 3-month-old baby and try to teach them how. Well, they do. They don't try. They teach them how to swim. So, which is at an early age, your water safety. They'll do it for you. The British Swim School, and UPS sponsors me. They're in Addison on Lake Street. There, go in there and see Brad. Man, they got a lot of things in UPS. I didn't realize, John. You could buy stamps. You can get a post office box. You could send different types of packages. There's so many different things you could do at UPS. I couldn't believe it. Primerica Insurance, my nephew Tommy. Well, Tommy's there too, and David and Michael. Primerica Investments. Give them a call. And Forest Preserve District Golf Courses sponsor me. They're not open now. Well, the weather. But although if there's no snow, pretty sure you could play most of their courses. So if you get a chance, go out there and play golf at the Forest Preserve District Golf Courses, Oak Meadows, Maple Meadows, and Green Meadows. All right, we'll take a fast break, and we'll be right back. All right, Johnny. Hey, everybody, welcome back.
I'd like you to go over to Addison Advantage of Addison, a car care center. Why? Because they have a free inspection for your brakes, your exhaust, your struts, your shaft, ball joints, radiators, water pumps, timing belts, tires, wheel bearing. You realize, Chad, there are that many things that would be done on a car?
Hey, that's all called preventive maintenance, right?
That's absolutely right. Yeah, it's absolutely right.
You can't be too safe.
Yeah, get in there but if you do need some things, there's a $20 bonus voucher for any service over $250, which that save you $20, and a $5 bonus voucher. I keep saying voucher. $5 off any service over $30. That'd be easy to do. An oil change would be that. You'd get $5 off. They're located at 885 Lake Street in Addison. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. On Saturday from 8 to 3. Give Dominic or Leon a call at 630-543-1397. All right, that's Auto Advantage of Addison, Car Care Center. Great guys. They have best warranty around and the longest warranty around. Brakes are $70 off on a brake job with a 4-wheel lifetime warranty. Can you imagine that? And a 1-year warranty on all labor that they do. All work comes with a warranty. So if you need your oil change, you need transmission, you need flush, or front end work, fuel pumps, whatever you could think of on your car, go over to Addison Advantage of Addison at 885 Lake Street in Addison. Call Dominic or Leon, 630-543-1397.
Hi, everybody. This is the Donna Sports, Don Figuarelli, telling you about one of our great sponsors, all right? Pyramid Pizzeria and Sports Bar. That's right, Pyramid Pizzeria and Sports Bar. Addison's favorite pizzeria at 236 West Lake Street in Addison. Phone number 630-458-0777. Hot, fast delivery. 2012 Addison's Pizza by the Slice winner. Yes, best thin crust pizza, best sausage pizza, best pizza sauce. Late night delivery. Here's their hours, Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's 10:30. Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Minimum order $10. Delivery charge only $2.50. Menu prices subject to change without notice. Dine in, delivery, carry out, catering. That's Pyramid Sports Bar and Pizzeria. www.pyramidclubaddison.com. Go there. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. On the line with me now is my ex-partner on the radio, Tom, the big guy, Michael. Hello, Tom.
Hey, how are you, Don?
I'm doing good, Tommy. Hey, before we get going too far with questions I got for you, tell the folks how involved you are now with the Kiwanis organization. And what is Kiwanis anyway, Tom?
Well, Kiwanis is an organization that helps with difficult kids and difficult injuries, and we every cent that we make, we spend in our community. We do things for autistic kids, spinal bifida. I happen to be the lieutenant governor of 5 clubs,
Wow.
so I'm in charge of 5 clubs to do good in their community, which includes Bensonville and North Lake and River Forest, Oak Park, Elmers, and River Forest. So it's a great thing we do, and I enjoy it. I have the time to do it.
Yeah, good for you. And is it business people, Tom, or can anybody join it?
Anybody can join, and it's a club. We have men and women. We have doctors, and we have regular people. You know, it's really great. Young people, old people, the whole shop.
Well, Kiwanis, let's see, Peanuts? No, Tootsie Roll. Don't you guys have an annual drive like
Yeah, we have a Peanut Day, which is in September, and all the funds go in the community. We buy the peanuts, and we go to the streets, and a lot of people know about this.
Yeah.
But we do other things during the year too that helps us fund. We have a camp up in Volo, Illinois, that we for spina bifida and for spastic paralysis. We have a bowl-a-thon. We have a lot of different things.
Yeah. Well, what does how do you know if someone has spinal? Do they contact you, or do you kind of ask the hospitals? How do people know that you could help them a little bit financially?
Well, on our staff, we've got a professor who is at Loyola University and specializes in this. So he brings us situations where things are needed.
Oh, I see.
One of the things we did was kids with difficulties who we bought 3 little miniature battery-operated cars, and we had 12 engineers retrofit them so that a kid who maybe can't use his arms, he'll use his head to start it, and he can drive around, and he's with his friends and he's driving. It's really something.
Wow, is that right, Tom? Yeah, that's a great cause. Those poor kids in those wheelchairs.
Exactly, and we have at the camp we can take the entire wheelchair and put it on a swing set.
Is that right? Oh,
yeah,
gee.
so it's really something.
Yeah. What about now? You got something coming up right down my alley. I like bowling. You know that.
I know.
So
we do have a bowl-a-thon in April on the 17th, and all of the proceeds go for spastic paralysis or spina bifida, which is a tough disease for some of these kids.
Yeah.
And we have fun at it. We have bowlers that'll come out for $20. They get 3 lanes, they get shoes, they get pizza, they get a drink, and sometimes they'll have someone sponsor maybe, let's say, 10 cents a pin. A guy bowls 500, that's $50 that goes towards it.
Yeah. Didn't you say one of your little kids wanted to do that or something? Or
yeah, we had one little kid from Fenwick High School who brought in $540.
Is that right? Good for
and also that gives them service things that colleges like to hear.
Yeah.
Do you do anything for the community? Are you involved? And that all helps.
All right, Tommy. Wait, hang on, Tom, just a minute, will you? Hold on, just a minute.
Sure.
Hang on. Oh, you got that? Oh, okay. All right, Tommy. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay. But golf now, Kiwanis golf. No, not. But you do have you have a golf outing, but it's not the Kiwanis doesn't do that, right? That golf outing.
No, but what I do, some of the proceeds because I pay for the golf and certain things.
Yeah.
And the people do donate, so I pick up $600, $700, $800, which is good.
Wow. Yeah. Good for you on that, Tommy. I tell you do a lot of stuff, buddy, for kids, and you're to be congratulated on that. Thank God you got guys like you to do those kind of things. Now, here, Tom, it's too bad you can't make that trivia show I'm doing. But
you know me and trivia.
I know it. You're gonna go. I'm gonna just kid around with you now. You gave me. Remember, you gave me a long list of questions, trivia questions, and I said, "Hey, Tom, I misplaced it, but I couldn't find it. But I came across it again. I finally got it. But here, I'm going to read a couple for you and tell the folks if you know who these guys are, because you must. You put them down here, so you must know.
Well, you forget too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I doubt. Who was the Georgia Peach?
It was Ty Cobb.
There you go.
I have a picture of Ty Cobb and my father-in-law in Arizona.
Yeah, wasn't he a big stockholder in Pepsi or Coke or something?
Coca-Cola. They told him to, buy stock in Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
When it was an infant company, and he became very wealthy because of Coca-Cola.
Boy, he must have. Way back then in the 20s or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Probably bought it.
They didn't make the money like they do today. The millions of dollars that the players make.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a good salary, but this put him over the top being a multimillionaire.
Yeah, sure. Well, everything was a little less, too, back then,
Right.
How about the only pitcher to throw a no-hitter in the World Series?
Oh, yeah, that was the Yankee.
Yeah, that's right, Don Larson.
Well, I've got one for you. There was a pitcher who did not grow up in the United States, and he leads the leagues and wins.
Yeah.
And there's the second one you should know, but the first one is Brian Lever. What was his name? But the second one was Fergie Jenkins.
Is
He
that
was
right?
born in Canada.
Yeah, it's right. But he's the second, has the second highest amount of wins without.
Yes, for someone not born in the United States.
Yeah, I'll be darned. That's a good trivia question. I'm going to ask my buddy if he knows that. I told
Okay.
you this guy who's a real guru on baseball.
Yeah. Well, Bert Bryleven was the first one. He has, let's say, he's got 2 more wins than Jenkins.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he was born in the Netherlands.
Is that right? See,
And he came here when he was 2 years old.
I'll be darned. I'm going to bring that up. Yeah, Blythe. I wonder if my buddy knows it.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because we know a lot of pitchers, but they're all American, you know.
Yeah, right. Kurt Blyleven. Yeah, I know that. That'll be a good question. I'm going to ask my buddy, like I told you. Well, we'll get you on again with him. Jack Ryan's going to be on. He's a pretty good trivia guy too.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Old St. Rita guy, was he?
Yeah, right. Tom is a nice guy. But Tom, I'm going to let you go in a minute. But Tom, again, I want to thank you, and I'm going to read not all this thing, but just part of it. When you guys roasted me, my son.
Oh, yeah.
But here, let me just read a paragraph for the folks
Okay,
listening out
sure.
there. Okay, it's the roast in 2011. How do you roast Don? He is honest, trustworthy, and a gentleman. He is the epitome of trust and kindness. Well, that's nice of you to say that.
Well, it's true.
But his message is to attempt, Don Figueroa, a recipe of a roast will include exaggeration, license, embellish, and a host of misconception. You create a half-truth, mix it with spurious fabrication, and you have a roast. So here, one more. Here, Tommy, here. There should be a statue of Don in Elmwood Park as being one of the few Italians who does not have his picture in the post office.
I love that.
I know it. Tommy, thanks for that and your friendship, okay?
Okay, you too, and say hi, John.
All right, take care, Tom.
Okay.
Bye-bye now. Tom, the big guy, Michael. All right, we'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Don Figueroa here, the Don of Sports. I want to tell you about some very interesting people that I know, a wonderful company that they have, Danny and Loretta Rosenmeyer. It's their 25th anniversary being in business, and in conjunction with ComEd. Okay, they do a lot of work for ComEd. They're bringing stewardship to the construction industry for 25 years and counting. Intren, outperforming every day. They're located at 18202 West Union Road in Union, Illinois. 60180. Their website, www.intren.com. That's INTREN. Outperforming every day. Loretta and Danny Rosenmeyer. Loretta is the Chief Executive Officer. Her mobile phone is 815-341-4535. That's Intren. 25th anniversary, bringing stewardship to the construction industry for 25 years and counting. A wonderful corporation. Thank you very much. All right, folks, a new sponsor for us here on this great show that we do, John DeVita's Broadcast Center. It's the UPS store number 6353 in Addison. You know, it's right across from the Marcus Theater there, and it's right next to Panera Bread. They pack and ship any size item you have. Wow, any size, doesn't matter. And get it there when you need it. They offer mailbox service for anyone who needs privacy and convenience. They offer printing services for any print job. Get this, business cards, posters, canvas, vinyl signs, they do it all. They offer freight services for those oversized items, you know, such as furniture or art or even auto parts. And they even can ship your pet if you'd like. Now, that's the UPS store, and the owner is Brad Markovich, a great guy. They're located at 1600 West Lake Street in the great town of Addison, and here they're open from 8 a.m., of course. You got to get stuff going 8 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and of course closed on Sunday. Their phone number is 630-438-6441. Give Brad Markovic a call. Stop in for all your UPS needs.
Y'all ready for this?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. On the line with you now is my good friend, my buddy, Big Jack Red Ryan. Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Can you hear me? I got you. We got him, Johnny. Yeah, we got you. Hey,
got me.
A nice surprise, Jack. I came in, do the show, and lo and behold, right on the table there is a book. And Johnny said, "Hey, Jack left this for you." I said, "Wow, that is nice. 100 years of who's who in baseball."
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was nice of you,
Well,
Jack.
that's for the people who may not be listeners don't know. That's the publication comes out every spring.
Uh-huh.
What tells you,
Yeah.
well, who's with what team.
Yeah.
And
All
the
right.
trades and who's
Who?
all the
Who?
records.
All right. Right out the bat, I got a trivia question for you. Who was? Now, let's see. How can I try to stump you? Because I don't know if I should give you the guy's name or his nickname, and then tell me if who it is. I know. I'm not. I'm going to give you his name, but then you tell me what his nickname was. Okay. You ready?
I'll try.
Ed Ford.
Ed Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Wow, don't they? Hey, Johnny, I might have stumped him a little bit, I think. Ed Ford.
Okay, what's the nickname?
No, I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
New York Yankees.
Oh, Whitey. I never knew what his name was. I bet you get that a lot, huh?
I don't know. I just thought of it right now. You know, how do
True,
you? You know, that's true. Like you know the guy's nickname, maybe, but then you forget his real name, right?
I never heard it before. I remember.
Ed Whitey Ford.
Yeah, always Whitey Ford.
Well, how about Sweet? Well, that's so
I always
obvious.
saw him pitch. I saw him pitch when in the
Did
live
ya?
when I was a young guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw Eddie pitch. Whoa.
My dad and I would get down to one Yankee. We got to about 3 games a year.
Is
One
it?
was with the Scouts,
Yeah.
and that was usually either Washington Senators or Kansas City Athletics.
It's-
And one time,
Uh-huh.
the family group, and one time when the Yankees were there, my dad and I was the oldest son. We go down and get standing room. You know?
Is that right? Yeah.
But now I can remember I saw
Oh,
Mantle, Barrett, Skowron,
yeah.
Howard,
What was-
Vera,
Yeah.
Casey
What?
Stengel,
Yeah.
that guy.
Oh man, that brought
Whitey
memory.
Ford.
Yeah. And Ed Ford. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other
Boy, you
nickname.
really had me fooled with that one.
Yeah, did
Go ahead,
I?
come on.
How about let's see, a nickname for did Nolan Ryan have a nickname? Nolan Ryan.
No, I don't think so.
Who was the Big Train? There was a guy named the Big Train.
Big Train. Was that, wait a minute.
I'm going way back.
Train.
Yeah.
Was that Washington's pitcher, Johnson? Walter Johnson?
Might have been, yeah, the Big Train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big reel was Ed Walsh with the White Sox.
Which one? What was
Ed
it?
Walsh was his name.
Yeah, but what was the nickname?
The big reel.
The Big Wheel?
Yeah.
Is that right?
R-E-O.
Yeah, is that right? Wow. Who's Jolton Joe? Well, I don't know if that was his nickname or not.
Jolton Joe or Yankee Clipper.
Yeah. Oh, there you
Joe
go.
DiMaggio, sure.
Yeah.
There are probably a lot of young folks who didn't know him from anything but Mr. Coffee advertisements. There used to be a
Yeah, that's right. But Tommy, I just had Tom Michael on, and I was going to have him on the show with you and my buddy.
Was he going to be there?
No, he can't make it. So get Tom to make it. See if he can.
Okay.
I'll be there with my buddy Dave Zeman. I told you that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, wait till you meet him, or maybe you have. I don't know. No, I don't think so. But you'll meet him. Knows so much about baseball. I couldn't believe it. I'd ask him some insignificant thing, and he would know. Like What was the attendance in 1938?
He knows, yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I go, how the heck could he remember? And right off the top of his head, you know.
Mhm.
But it'll be fun trying to stump him, you know.
Let's see what the pitchers and catchers pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, when's that?
Must be within the next week or so.
March? No, we're only in February. They don't go
Yeah, I know.
They don't go that early, do they?
Oh, I think they do.
Really? That. Well, we'll have to find out next
Yeah.
Wednesday if
Before
there
we
is.
go, any impressions on the Super Bowl?
Well, yeah. Who? I asked you guys, and I can't find it. I asked you guys for predictions, right?
Hmm.
Did you predict it?
No, I predicted it would be Carolina.
Did you? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I think maybe most of the guys picked Carolina, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. I wrote it down here, but you know, so I must owe somebody a T-shirt. But no.
I owe somebody $20 on a bet for how many years ago?
Is that
I
right?
haven't seen him though. I haven't seen the guy.
Well, hope you don't
Not
bump
avoid
into him, huh? Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, Jack.
I didn't have a horse in the race there, but I was kind of pulling for Carolina because they had that connection with the Bears, Pina Tillman and
Yeah.
Greg Olson.
Yeah.
And what was the lineman, the defensive end they just traded to him that year?
Yeah.
Earlier in the year. And of course, Ron Rivera was the coach. You know, he was
you're
member
right.
of the
You're
85
absolutely.
Bears team.
Yeah, Allen was the guy's name. Allen.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, well, I was pulling for at first. You know, I didn't have either
Yeah.
team didn't matter to me in a way.
Mhm.
But then after a while I got going, I said, well, you know, maybe let's let Peyton Manning win the darn game.
Mhm.
You know, his last
That's what I
game.
thought it was his way. Now, if he just doesn't decide not to return, he's one on top. You know.
Yeah, right. But I thought it kind of was a lousy game, Jack. I didn't really a lot of drop passes and.
There wasn't a lot of turnover there on both sides. Was
Yeah, it was the only game. But it's only been 6 or 7 games in the Super Bowl that a passing there was not a passing touchdown.
Mm.
Yeah, only 6 or 7 games. Always, a pass. They score with a pass, but there was no one running touchdown, but no passes for touchdown. That's unusual with Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good trivia question, right?
Yeah, the NFL channel just ran, a whole marathon of highlights of Super Bowls,
Mm-hmm.
starting with the first, which wasn't even called really the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Officially it was.
Yeah,
It
right.
was
You're
the
right.
AFL NFL World Championship of Professional Football. And I think we discussed this before, but it was carried, as you and I remember seeing it. CBS and NBC both had the game,
Yeah.
but they both taped over it. Don't even have a copy of the original.
How stupid is that, huh?
Did you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Well, here's the game. It was, big deal.
Yeah, right.
The park was the L.A. Coliseum was only like 2/3 full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's strange. By the way, how was your show Monday? Johnny said it was
Oh.
very, very exciting.
We had a great one. We had
Oh,
a
good.
Great one about the
What was it
presidency.
about?
Oh, the presidency, since it was President's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we had let's see, Bill Kogelman, one of the original members,
Mm-hmm.
and Tom McKenna,
Mm-hmm.
and myself, and Jeanette Frontier,
Oh, wow.
all
Okay.
regular members, and we had a guest star, Bob Treziak, who he's the creator and host of the Paranormal Radio program that's heard over
Mm.
our
Mhm.
Windy City hometown network also.
Yeah.
And he had the president's stuff on there.
Oh, okay. Boy, it sounds like it was an interesting show, huh?
So
Well, what did you find out? Anything unusual about the presidents that you didn't know? Like,
I'm sure I
the-
did. A lot of little
yeah, little trivia things.
yeah.
What'd you have, Johnny? You got something for Jack? Johnny's there.
Oh,
Also, the station manager from WRHS from the Ridgewood High School was there, Kevin Zeflik.
yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot him. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Mea
good.
culpa, mea culpa.
How many? Here, a trivia question for you. If you, how many presidents have been assassinated?
4 or 5, isn't it? Let's
That
see.
many, huh?
What, McKinley?
Was he? I don't know.
Garfield, was it Garfield, McKinley?
Lincoln just comes to mind for me,
Lincoln,
but
he
no,
was
after
the
that, Lincoln and Kennedy. But there were others.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Garfield?
Really?
McKinley,
He got killed in
Lincoln.
office? Is that right?
Canada, about 4, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow.
That's how Theodore Roosevelt ascended to the. He was the vice president.
When
McKinley was killed.
is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What were the details on that? Do you know? I mean,
I've forgotten.
oh, okay.
You know, a
Yeah.
lot of times it was like a disgruntled guy who didn't get hired in some job or whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
there was so much less security. It was like kind of casual.
Yeah.
They
Right.
didn't even have a Secret Service when to guard the president when Lincoln was president. It was one of the Pinkertons
Yeah.
who
Okay.
decided to go down to the bar and bend the elbow for a while.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
send. Oh boy, that was a mistake, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. All right, Jack. Hey, thanks a lot, Jack, for the info, and let's keep in touch, huh?
We always do.
All
But you
right.
never call me.
Take care,
Bye.
Jack. Big Jack Red Ryan. All right, we'll be right back, folks. All right, Johnny. Hi, everybody. This is Don Figuarelli, the Don of Sports. I want to tell you about the British Swim School. Is the survival of the littlest. Yes, the littlest child from 3 months on can learn to be safe when swimming. Rita Goldberg, founder and CEO, has developed a unique and highly effective teaching method of water safety, survival, and swimming lessons. The mission is to protect every life from drowning through education and highlighted water safety awareness. Having good adult supervision, teaching kids to swim, and parents learning first aid, CPR skills will be the best measure any parent can take to keep their kids safe around water, says Nick McDaniel, British Swim School aquatics instructor and franchise owner. For information about British Swim School, visit BritishSwimSchool.com or call Angelica Monroy at 630-833-8145. Let me give you that again. 630-833-8145. Hi, everybody. Don Figuarelli here, the Don of Sports, talking about Max Golden Pheasant. Wow, a fixture in Elmhurst for many, many years. Located in Elmhurst, of course, near Route 83 and North Avenue on the south side of the street. Now, it's kind of a combination sports bar, beautiful restaurant. Steve Mack, what a great guy. Went to York High School, a great baseball player. He's the owner. His dad owned it, and I believe his grandpa owned it also. Food is terrific. You walk in, and there's a nice circular bar right there with not giant screen TVs, but nice TVs all around the bar. And there's always some people around the bar, friendly people, combination, some young guys, some older guys, some young ladies, some older, at the bar as you first walk in. But then you go in the back where the restaurant is, terrific, big fireplace, nice tablecloth, could look out on the backyard like it's a little atrium back there, some flowers and trees. Could look out that window if you'd like. And the service is terrific. The food is great. They have a special every day, and the food is great. The waiters, the servers are terrific people, and reasonable prices, but great food and a great bar. So do me a favor and get in to see Steve at Max Golden Pheasant in Elmhurst. Do yourself a favor. Take care now. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. On the line with me now, my good friend, bowling buddy, Jeff Trusco. Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, Don.
Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Okay.
Oh, good. Listen, before I forget, you got a bowl tomorrow.
Sure.
Yep, that's your turn to bowl. So what are we doing for tomorrow? Why is it such a big night?
It is position night. That means whoever is standing in first place bowls against the second place team. The team in third place bowls against the fourth place team, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
It's the end of the third quarter, and we were doing well up until the past 4 weeks, actually.
Oh.
Because we did finish in first place for the second quarter, which does give us a spot in the playoffs in April.
We don't know if we're first or second, though, right? Or do we?
Yes, we are still in first. We started this third quarter in great fashion. For the 9 games out of the first 3 weeks, we won 7 and lost 2. But we have run into a terrible slump where our teammates are not hitting their averages, and the opposition is just pummeling us. And for the last 4 weeks, we have only won 3 games out of 12.
Oh my!
So
God.
this is really disheartening for us. And I told our teammate Jeannie last week, I says, by the grace of God, we're still holding on to first place. So after last week's results, we checked on the 2 teams behind us where they stand, and right now we are 1 point ahead of Max Shooters. So in order for us to finish in first place after tomorrow night's match, we need to win no less than 15 points out of 30. Now, obviously, that doesn't seem like much, but when you're in a slump, it's quite a bit to try to attain, because we have won 7 points in the first game, 7 points out of 9.
Yeah.
And, okay, you figure it's off to a good start, which it is.
Yeah.
But then we fall apart, and we lose the next game, and then the next game, and then as a result, you're losing the 3 points meant for a series. And we have only won, over the last 4 weeks, 16, 8, 13, 11. So, like I says, all we need to do is win 15 points tomorrow night, and we will finish in first place again for the second quarter in a row. And we have never done that, Don.
No?
We have never maintained a solid hold on first place all during the entire quarter. And tomorrow we've got to do it.
Yeah, we do. Will there be any difference in well, you don't know right now, Jeff, but will there be any difference in handicap, or will it be kind of close, do you think?
Well, we bowled Max Shooters back on January 28th, and we had bowled them twice previously during the year. And out of 30 points, or I'm sorry, we only bowled them once, and we had taken 19.5 points out of 30.
Wow.
However, when we bowled against them just a couple of weeks ago, let's see, we only took 8 points.
Wow.
So they got close to us, and then they didn't do as well last week. But like I says, we didn't do that well either. So they're the ones, and let me see. We had to spot them 3 marks, which is a rough equivalent of 30 pins.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's pretty
I
close.
suspect it'll be probably that close again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're on, I mean, we're hard to beat. But like you say, we've been off a little bit. But that happens a long season. It's hard to maintain that high average or whatever, that intensity. For a whole year.
Oh, sure.
Like in baseball, it's, how you're in first place, but man, you got to maintain that day in and day out almost. So
when we bowled Max Shooters back on the 28th of January, we looked at the upcoming schedule, and we came up against 2 very strong teams in the league, Balls Deep and Knuckle Deep. They are both in the other division, which is the much better teams. We are in the lower division, so these people are there for a reason, because they can string strikes on a regular basis.
But if I recall, we gave them a good match, Jeff. If I'm not mistaken, we didn't lose overwhelmingly. I mean, we gave them a good run, I thought. Did we not?
Do you mean
against those,
over the last 2 weeks, or previous times we bowled them?
Yeah, over the last just a couple weeks ago, we just lost every game close. 10, 20 pin, 10 pin. We didn't get blown out.
No, we didn't get blown out. We did beat, when we were up against Balls Deep on February 4th,
Yeah.
we did win 7 points out of 9 for the first game. We beat them by 40 pins.
Yeah.
And but then I and Jim came up with railroads in the 10th frame, and
Yeah.
we lost the game by 34 pins.
See,
but
that's
we were 4 marks down going into the 10th frame.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the killer. The third game, we were up by 3 marks going into the 10th frame.
Which is 30 pins, right?
Roughly 30 pins.
Yeah.
And we wound up losing that game by 15 pins, and we lost the series by only 9.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That was a killer. You're right.
It was.
But,
It
yeah.
really was.
But we'll make that up again if we meet them, you know?
And then last week against Knuckle Deep, we won. Excuse me. We got a good start the first game.
Yeah.
And we were 9 marks ahead of them going to the 10th, and they weren't doing all that well.
Yeah.
And we wound up winning the first game by 50 pins. But then things turned around in their favor.
Yeah.
Our anchorman, Pete Spino, had a game like I have never, ever seen him bowl before. He had 5 railroads,
Oh.
which are next to impossible to convert. He had 5 of them. He doesn't get 5 in a month usually.
Yeah, right.
And he had all of those in it was on, except for one, all of them, the rest of them were on the same lane.
Yeah.
The left lane or right lane, I don't remember which, but that was the case.
Yeah.
And they beat us despite the fact that Jeannie Shrilla had 9 strikes in a row
Yeah.
and a 279 game. We still wound up losing that game by 79 pins
Yeah.
because for Knuckle Deep, Dave Novak had a 212, Mike Kay had a 242, and Jeff Van Winkle a 264.
Oh, man.
So they beat us by 79 pins.
Yeah.
And then they did even worse than that against us.
Yeah.
I mean, we did worse against them.
Uh-huh.
In the third game, Frank Salatino had a 223, Jeff Robinson a 200, Mike Kay a 201, and Jeff Van Winkle again
Yeah.
stringing a whole bunch of strike shoots at 265. He winds up with a match-high 684 series.
Yeah.
And this guy, he has a 186 average, which is decent average.
Yeah, but you're right. He was,
But he was lost in the first game, only coming up with a 155, but he certainly made up for it in the second and third game, 264, 265. You wonder, how could it have changed that much for him?
I don't know. It's how bowling is. How could it change for Pete, right? 5, 6 railroad. Then I think he had a decent game after that, I think.
Pete did finish the night with a 225
Yeah.
game, yes.
Yeah, see, how do you figure? That's why his bowling is so much fun, you know. You don't know what's going to... Well, I mean, you can control it somewhat, you know. But, you know, you can't predict it exactly, you know. But you can control it a little bit, you know, if you're consistent, you know, which is what we're not doing. But maybe we will tomorrow night. All right, Jeff, hey.
Oh, we're going to have to tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff, for the report, and you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
We'll see you there.
All right, take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, we'll be right back. All right, Johnny, who's on?
Hey folks, if you get a chance, get over to J.D. Muggs Bar and Grill, located at 437 North Addison Road in Addison, Illinois. 33 different kinds of beer, can you imagine that? It's the home of the He-Man Burger, and baby, that is a He-Man Burger. Wait till you see the size of that burger. Chicken Caesar salad, which is one of my favorites. It's a friendly atmosphere. There's karaoke on Wednesday night and a great DJ on Fridays. Call Dean at 630-833-2570.
Hi, my name's Tom Sims. I'm the owner of Fox Bowl. We are Fox Bowl Training Center and Pro Shop. We set ourselves apart because we emphasize instructions. We have a full-time bowling instructor, Greg Zika. We have instant replay, videotape each bowler. Another program that we have is our Youth Bowling, USA Bowling. It's an 8-week program, after school type of thing. It's 8 weeks for $88 with instructions, and every child gets a free bowling ball, a $75 value. And thank you from Fox Bowl.
Hi everybody, this is Don Figuarelli of Don Sports talking about Wayne Houses O'Brien. For all your real estate needs, call Wayne Houses O'Brien. Yes, the H stands for houses. At 630-235-5880 or visit his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. That's right, he's a pilot. He'll take a picture of your home from the sky. Whether you're buying or selling, call Wayne at 630-235-5880. He has residential, commercial, and investment properties. He is honest, hardworking, and friendly. Those are all the traits you want in a realtor. He loves hockey and he loves to fly. Again, call Wayne Houses O'Brien at 630-235-5880 or visit him on his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com.
Y'all ready for this?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. On the line with you now is Mike Sandrolini. Sandro, hello, Mike.
Hi, Don.
How you doing, guy?
Pretty good.
Listen, Mike, a couple of things for you. How did you ever, what, the collapse of the Bulls, would you call it a collapse of the Bulls? They're 500. They're 32 and 31 or something, and games won and lost, but they look so lost. Can you explain that?
Well, Don, I think part of it is obviously injuries. Jimmy Butler's going to be out for a while. With his, he has, I think it's a sprained knee.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Paul Gasol's been hurt for a little bit, and Derrick Rose is still kind of nursing injuries from his 2 knee injuries. It seems to me like if he gets sore for one day, he kind of sits out the next game, so I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when I heard that, I was watching the game, and Rose was on the bench, and I didn't hear anything. They didn't say anything. Then the next day or something, I think my wife said, "Do you know Rose didn't play?" I said, "Yeah, I was wondering why." He said he had soreness or something.
Yeah.
I go, "What?"
Well, I have soreness right now in my right arm. Can I just take the next day off? And maybe I'll get paid. Oh, I don't have a guaranteed contract, so I guess I don't get paid for it either.
Yeah, right. I got
to know something, gentlemen. I like to know what he would do when he gets to be my age, 77 years old, when he's got a left knee that's bothering him. My left ankle bothers me. My right leg. What would he do at the age of 77 when he's only a young punk right now?
I don't know. Well, you remember. I think I want to say that the Bulls are involved in a triple overtime or a quadruple overtime game earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And Pau Gasol sat out the next game for similar reasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just really, I'm really down on a lot of these athletes. And I know that they put in a lot of work, and it's a big business.
Yeah.
You got, you know what? If you're getting paid for millions of dollars,
yeah,
go out there and try to do your job.
Absolutely, yeah. Because Gasol played triple overtime. Said, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm not going to play the next game." I mean, he didn't say that, but
it's one thing if you have a serious injury or if there's something, if it's a nagging injury that they want to rest for 2 or 3 weeks, fine.
Yeah.
You know what? If you have quote unquote general soreness. A lot of us have more pain than that.
Yeah.
We have to go to work every day.
Absolutely. I have a theory, Mike, that I honestly think that the Bulls should trade Derrick Rose. I mean, because while he's got a name, and he's still got some whatever value to him, and I think they should trade him for a couple of decent players from another, whatever,
Well, that would be an ideal situation if you could do it. I don't think you're going to find many takers at this point because of his salary.
Oh, yeah.
B is his history injury at this point.
Uh-huh.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
To get rid of him if you could find a taker, but.
Well, he's still got a name, before he really, conks out and he said, well, while he's still got a little value,
it would be nice. I mean, I personally think I want to say that Rose's contract is up at the end of next season.
Oh, yeah?
I cannot imagine any scenario where the Bulls would re-sign him.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm really down on him.
I know it. They can't count. And I know I watch every game just about, Mike. And what Derek does inevitably is if the other team makes kind of a spectacular shot, like maybe a long three-pointer, watch it now. Then the Bulls get the ball immediately. Derek, right? He'll come down as fast as he can, and he'll take a shot. I mean, no matter where he's at, it's like, well, if you could make that long, I'll show you I can make that too. And he does that all the time. He won't look for someone else to pass it to or something, And
Derek is damaged goods at this point. I just, I don't know. You figure the two knee injuries that he's had. When was the last time? You remember before those injuries how he was always, he would basically be playing above the rim. Dunking and going up for alley-oops.
Yeah.
When's the last time you ever seen him do that?
Yeah, well, he's not big enough to do that all the time,
No,
Mike.
he's not, but he could certainly do it when he wanted to. Not because of his injuries. I just think he's definitely not able to do that anymore. Or at least I've never seen him dunk on a breakaway anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
he used to do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, unless his knee hurts or whatever.
I would assume that's probably the case, but
yeah,
I don't know. He's probably. I would not, if I was Bulls management, I would not try to re-sign him.
No, I wouldn't either.
And you figure that I heard something a broadcast might have been going back about 3 or 4 weeks ago where they were talking about Derrick Rose, and I guess there's some new statistics that the NBA uses to track. It's kind of like baseball has wins above replacement now. You've heard of those kinds of stats. Well, basketball I think has similar stats, and I'm not sure what they're called. But from what I heard, Derrick Rose is, as far as starting guards go in the league, he's among the worst with all those stats.
I think so. Well, listen, how's things over at Quest Publications there, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
Keeping you busy, huh?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, good. You got an article coming up?
Won't be having anything coming out anytime soon. Just been busy with other things at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, keep busy. Say hi to Dee for me and Pete, will you?
Oh, we'll do that.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike.
All
I
right.
appreciate
All right,
it.
Don.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. All right, folks. We'll be right back. All right.
Hi, everybody. The Donna Sports here. Hey, you guys, it's time to get out and golf. The DuPage County Forest Preserve courses are open. Maple Meadows at 272 Addison Road in Woodgale. It's a links-type course that is in great shape and no trees to hit. That's what a links-type course is, not many trees. Oak Meadows at 900 North Wooddale Road in Addison is a traditional course with trees, beautiful flowers, and not many sand traps. And the price is reasonable. And get this, it has the longest bar in DuPage County for the 19th hole. And Green Meadows on 63rd and Westmont, a shorter course that is in great shape also. All of these courses are waiting for you at reasonable prices. Call Oak Meadows at 630-595-0071 and make your tee time.
Primerica is one of the largest financial services marketing organizations in the nation, with approximately 95,000 licensed independent representatives. Primerica is an industry leader in financial services. I'm Mike Figarelli, an independent representative and senior vice president in the Bensonville area, and the company's goal is to help ordinary families prepare for their financial futures. We've shown many local families how to do just that, and we are prepared to grow locally by providing people with financial solutions as well as a great business opportunity. As an independent representative with Primerica, you can build a business of your own, part-time or full-time. To learn more about the Primerica business opportunity, call me, Mike Figarelli, at 630-860-0033. Again, that's 630-860-0033.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. On the line with us now is Dr. Wayne Chikowitz, chiropractor of great esteem. Hello, doctor.
Well, good afternoon. How are you, my friend?
All right, Doc. Let me ask you a couple of sports questions, Doc. It seems like Chikowitz, I've heard that name before. I wonder if he's a coach at New Trier High School. Does that sound familiar? Anybody in the family lineage there in sports, coaching, or anything like
well,
that?
Well, my son does coach, Craig, and he coaches tennis and gymnastics.
Wow.
For different schools.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for him. Boy, two sports that I don't participate in. Well, no, tennis I do now. And, of course, gymnastics, no. But my kids all did gymnastics in high school. So that's interesting, Doc. What school does he teach at, or does he freelance?
Yeah, no, he's doing Lake Park. He did Lake Park girls tennis and Lake Park girls gymnastics.
Well,
and then he's going to do boys tennis in the Elgin School District.
Wow, good for him. And, my kids, my grandchildren will be going to Lake Park here. Well, my one goes already. Jenna, she's playing badminton, and Jake will be at the high school shortly, so they may bump into him. You know,
may bump into my son Craig. Yes.
Yeah. Well, what sports kind of, Doc, do you kind of follow a little bit, or interest you a little bit?
Well,
do you have any
favorite? I love the Cubs.
Oh, good for you. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe this is their year, you know.
Well, that's what everybody's saying.
If you're pulling for them, you know. Let me ask you this too, Doc. In your profession now, do you have athletes that come in with problems in backs and legs and so on?
I do. Over the years, in fact, George Blanda was a great patient of mine.
Is that right?
Yes, he was one of the nicest guys around. And I treated Blackhawk players, and I don't want to mention their names under the HIPAA Act now, but they're still around. I had an umpire that got hurt at Wrigley Field, and they called me up and brought him into my office.
Is that right?
And I had a couple of White Sox players, and they're still around.
Okay.
And I treated them as well.
Wow.
And some Bears football players.
Is that right? Well, serious? Well, yeah, it's got to have to be serious, I would think, you know,
a lot
somewhat.
of them were muscle issues, low back, knee problems.
Wow.
And Paul Harvey was a patient of mine for many years. He came in with knee problems.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul Harvey?
Guy.
Yeah.
That's correct,
Yeah, I think, did he pass away?
He did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
I think George passed away, too.
He did. George Blanda passed away. He moved from, he was in LaGrange Park area, and then he moved out to, I believe, Arizona.
Oh, is that right?
And then he passed away. Always drove a white Eldorado. That was his car.
Is that right?
And Paul always drove a Buick. That was his
yeah. He never varied from that, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
PH was his license plate. Everybody called him PH.
Things like that stand out, you know. George.
But, you know, every sport has its own type of injury, whether it's and one of the injuries that we see most for children, especially young kids, is soccer, because they don't have the equipment. Many people think it's football where you see most injuries, but there's so much protection with football that and you don't have it in soccer. And in fact, I just read that they're going to stop doing the bunting with the head. Because of the increased number of concussions on children.
Yes.
So we're not going to see that anymore in soccer.
Well, you know, Doc, I can see that. I mean, that just, to me, is common sense, you know, in a way. Unless if they want to keep that rule, then let the kids or everybody wear a little bit of a helmet.
Correct.
Of some type.
That is correct.
You know, Doc, yeah, I mean, I'm glad they made, but it's for like kids under 8 or something like that.
Correct. We've seen so many different type of injuries, whether they're ankle injuries or concussions, even with soccer and football. Yes, you're going to see your various injuries. However, they're going to be greater protected. In fact, they've changed the helmets over the years. They've changed a lot of the attire for the football players.
Yeah.
So we don't see as many injuries, but you know, there is this thought now that with the number of concussions that these athletes did have, including Jim McMahon, that there is some thought going on as far as those head injuries and brain injuries that we're seeing.
You're right. With soccer, there's not much protection. and they do bang into each other every so often.
They
you
do.
know.
It's a great sport, and I'm
is.
glad that when we were young, I don't know about you, but when we were young, we really didn't have soccer, and it was when my kids were young that soccer became more in line with the traveling teams and the.
You're absolutely right. I say that all the time. I'm a little older than you, and back in school, the high school played soccer, but I mean, it was just it was only a few guys who did it. I mean, it was like, well, what are they doing? It wasn't popular. But now, and like you say, my kids, of course, came up. Then it grew, and then I actually got involved with it in Addison, and I started the program there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I was surprised how many kids came out to play.
Oh, it's big today. I mean, it was big in Europe years ago, but here in America it wasn't, and until most recently, in the last 20 years, it became.
Yeah, and I saw my kids play, and they just loved it. They were running. They weren't standing around. They're kicking the ball. I mean, I even kind of fell in love with the sport myself, and I had never done it, And so I'm glad to see it, come to fruition to where it's nice and popular. It's a great sport for kids, for conditioning and so on. I only got a minute or so, Doc, but how about yourself, Doc? Do you participate in any type of sports now? Play golf, play tennis? You kind of do anything?
My wife is a great tennis player. She plays. In fact, she played this morning.
Is that right?
And she loves tennis.
Good for her.
And as far as I just continue to practice, and I've been doing it now 37 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we see low back, neck, shoulder, knee problems, and of course sports injuries as well.
Yes.
So so that's what I see. But every sport has their own injury, And if it's a rotary sport like baseball, you're going to see a lot of lower back conditions with the twisting, and in basketball we see a lot of knee injuries.
Yes. Oh, I can
see. The stop and twist motion where the ACL could be blown out.
Now you're located in Villa Park, right,
I'm in
Doctor?
Villa Park, 122 West St. Charles Road.
Okay.
Suite 1A, Villa Park, 630-833-4007. And we're Advanced Center for Health and Pain Management. You could find us on Facebook and online as well.
All right, Doctor. Good luck to you, and let's keep in touch, huh?
Thank you so much for the call.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Doc. All right, hey, folks, that wraps it up. Pretty interesting show. I think so anyway. Huh, Johnny? It was all right, huh? All our guys called in. We appreciate that. Let's see, who called in? Tom Michael. Jack, Big Jack Red Ryan, Jeff Trusco, Dr. Wayne Chickowitz. Who did I miss, Johnny? Anybody? No, that was about it, I think, right? All right, hey, folks, thanks for listening to the show, and we'll talk to you subsequently. Take care now. All right, Johnny. Well, that's it.
Get down with the sound, house on the ground, freeze when I squeeze, drop to your knees. You must have been out in here to stay, ready to take you around the way, so you're ready to piss. Mind your own biz, cause I am back, yeah, the microphone biz. Need to sit, go to school in the pit.
You have been listening to the Donna Sports with Don Figarelli from the John DeVita Broadcast Center on the Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network. And remember to watch the Donna Sports with Don Figarelli every Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. on Comcast Cable Channel number 19. The Donna Sports was directed by John DeVita, and a special thanks to the executive producer of Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network, Mr. John Shikanda. This program was pre-recorded on Wednesday, February the 17th, the year 2016. Until next time, please be safe, and thanks for listening.